Welcome back with another banger. It's the React Files. Hope you're having a good night. Let's get straight to it.
Anybody else feeling foggy with everything that is transpiring in the world thus far, y'all? What is going on around the world? And when I say around the world, y'all, I literally mean around the world. This one right here is in Raytown, Missouri. This is literally happening in the entire world, y'all. Take a look at this in Pennsylvania. What is this? They're calling this fog, you guys. Have you guys ever seen fog like this?
What the fuck is this fog right now? It has the weirdest smell to it. And this shit's fucking thick. You can't see a motherfucking thing in front of you when you drive.
Look at how bad it is in Canada, y'all. This is driving up on the mountains. A truck driver driving up on the mountains. Imagine how dangerous that is. You can't see anything. Y'all, when I tell you it's literally everywhere, it's in the UK as well. The UK.
Anybody else just feel like they should be walking around wearing a fucking gas mask? Like, what is happening in the UK at the minute with the weather? Because all this fog has been here for about 5 days now.
The fog was so bad in England, it was causing cancellation and flight delays, y'all. She's not lying, because I believe we're on like week 3 of this fog here in Florida. How are you guys feeling throughout all this? Because I'm hearing a lot of things and looking at the comments, and it's going crazy, y'all. But please let me know down in the comments below. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get this shift. Peace in.
From the UK to the States, fog. Those are two of the craziest scenarios when it comes to this fog. One, the truck drivers who's driving up the mountain. And two, the planes that need to land. It's weird because some of the footage I've been seeing, it looks like particles are in the air. This is getting weird.
Okay, y'all. I look like shit, but I need to show you guys my air filter in my house. There's fog everywhere. And I've been feeling like respiratory issues for like a couple days now, like basically since the fog started. And I decided after seeing all the fog videos on TikTok, I would come and change my filter, which I do every month because I keep them on deck. I have like, ooh, Lord, I have like 8 of these and they're expensive, but I keep them on deck because I like clean air. This is a new one. Let me show you what my new one looks like. This is a new one, okay? It's a MERV 11 filter. Now, keep in mind, I just changed this filter like a month ago. Let me show you the one that I'm about to pull out. What? What in the actual fuck? Look at this filter, y'all. I've never pulled out a filter this dark in my life. This is not normal. It's black. Look at the new one. Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God. This is fucking crazy. I'm sorry. This isn't normal, yo. It's not normal. This fog is not normal. This is not normal. Never in my life have I ever seen a filter like this. Never. I change these all the time. I have a ton of them. This is banana.
That is bananas. Usually them filters be brown at best. But black, charcoal color? That's unusual. Shout out to The Sky Is Falling 222. That's an eye-opener right there. I advise everybody do the same. Check your filters. See what color they are.
Walking to fucking McDonald's, bruh. 11-minute walk. Bro, I can't even see shit, bro. The fog is coming. The fog is coming.
Now, what I find really strange is that there is a fog, like a mist, that is happening almost all over the globe right now. There are reports in every state in the US, Canada, Mexico, the UK. And while I am not here to jump on any conspiracy theories, I want to point your direction towards a system called smart dust. It was developed out of Berkeley in California, and it's tiny grains smaller than sand, or about the size of a grain of sand, that transmit data and is deployed in large masses. I wonder if this explains what we are all seeing.
I think that's the biggest question of all. Shout out to Conserve King. Smart dust. Never heard of it until now. But communicates and transmits data made out of Berkeley. Yo, what's going on?
If it's just me, but for the last few days I have been having this weird feeling like something big is about to happen, right? Like this weird feeling of impending doom. I have been having this crazy feeling like in my belly. I don't know what it is, okay? To be brutally honest, I feel like something is already happening. And here's why. For the last few days, there have been crazy reports of dense, thick fog in many states all over America, in addition to the UK. Now, this is not your regular fog, because a lot of people have been reporting that they have been seeing some weird type of mist coming out of the sky with this fog, okay? In addition to that, there have been 4 plane crashes, y'all, within the last 5 days, okay? 3 of those plane crashes occurred within the last 24 hours. You had one on Christmas Day in Kazakhstan, and then within the last 24 hours, you had one in South Korea, Nova Scotia, as well as Norway. In addition to that, y'all, so many people have been reporting this weird sickness, whereas though they're having muscle soreness, sore throat, body aches, nausea, vomiting, dizziness, the whole 9, and they said that this sickness had just been coming out of nowhere. I don't know about you, but I feel like something big is happening or about to happen, and these people just are not telling us. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is that there is definitely a weird phenomenon going on right now. Shout out to Michelle Monique 1.
Diddy is refusing to leave his cell. First, this man has a hissy fit after Christmas because he couldn't believe that he was still in jail and he wasn't out on bond because he has high-powered attorneys. And now his lawyers are admitting that Diddy won't even leave his jail cell so they can talk about upcoming arrangements for his civil lawsuits. They have faced delays because defendant Combs is refusing to leave his cell to accept service. Really weren't lying when they said that Diddy's breakdown was him saying that he was pissed off at his attorneys for not getting him out because they are high-powered attorneys. What in the world? This man is having a serious power trip right now. You literally have your own lawyers right now snitching you out, saying that they are facing delays because you are refusing to leave your cell to accept service. So then I got to thinking, I wonder, Diddy won't leave his jail cell over this one lawsuit? So let's go back over the allegations in this lawsuit to see exactly what is being alleged. This Jane Doe that is filed by Tony Busby, and remind you, Tony Busby has filed over 20 lawsuits, so I find it pretty weird that Diddy is making it hard for this lawsuit in particular. On or around December 2022, a 29-year-old independent music artist who wrote, sang, rapped, and produced music was invited to a party in New York City hosted by Diddy. This Jane Doe alleges that she was invited to this party with several of her friends who were also independent musicians. And when she arrived at this party, she observed a large, white, elegant residence which stood apart from other homes in the area and was accessed by a large curved driveway. And I just gotta say, that sounds pretty similar to the residence that the Jane Doe that is suing Jay-Z and Diddy also described, but it may just be a coincidence. This Jane Doe said that once she got inside the residence, she saw servers that were offering food and drinks, and she recognized various celebrities from the music industry and television, including Diddy himself. The woman said that she was mingling with guests and she noticed a widespread use of a lot of different substances. She said that employees that were working for Diddy pressured all of the guests to consume these substances that were being provided and served by the house staff. She said she declined repeated offers to use these substances. Later on that evening, she drank a single glass of wine and she consumed no other substances throughout the night. She said at some point during the event, she was approached by Diddy and he was trying to have a conversation with her about her music career. She said Diddy allegedly expressed interest in her work, stating that he desired to help her elevate her career by featuring her on a track. Diddy then allegedly advanced this interaction by inviting this woman to his office, suggesting that they discuss the advancement of her career in private. This woman says after arriving in the office, she began to feel disoriented as if she was slipping in and out of consciousness, and it became clear to her that at this time she had been given substances. She said due to the effects of her laced drink, Diddy allegedly essayed her. She said that she could not stop him from doing so. It was as if she was trapped inside her body, not participating, but not able to resist. She said the next thing that she remembers is waking up around 6 a.m. confused and disoriented in the same office where the assault took place. When she woke up, she discovered that she was bleeding and she had bruisings on her lip. She also found deep imprints on her arms and wrists, suggesting that she had been tied with ropes. She was overwhelmed with fear and panic and frantically started searching for her belongings, and then she would leave the residence. And the way that this woman describes herself as someone that was already in the industry, and Diddy just so happens to not be wanting to come out of his cell and making it difficult for this lawsuit in particular, when this man literally has over 40 lawsuits altogether. All of this is super weird to me. I don't know if it's this lawsuit in particular because this man literally is starting to have a record for the most lawsuits, or if it's just because he's on a ego power trip because he was just crying on Christmas because he couldn't believe that he was still in jail because he has high-powered lawyers. Diddy, get used to where you're at. May is still a long time away, and honestly, you're probably still going to be there after May, hopefully, if it goes the way most of us want it to go. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Yeah, instead of having a freak off, he's having a freak out. Shout out to Khadijah Lynn. Yeah, he definitely ego tripping. And that house do sound the same from that other house that was mentioned in that other report with the curved driveway. It's crazy when you hear these stories. They all sound creepy, but to read it from a court document is like, whoa.
Okay, so hopefully I don't get banned for this, but I am going to explain to you what these Dior bags are. And I'm sorry I heard my voice, but I've been really sick. These Dior bags are basically code name that Bethany Frankel, which I really like, has given for the drones that are going around all the U.S. And basically she speaks in, Dior bags because she doesn't want to get banned because there's so many conspiracies going around, and a lot of people are freaking out because it seems very similar to what, was going on and the whole crazy things that, just basically what happened. And the Dior bags are just kind of like code names to make sure that if anyone wants to ban TikTok, which is something that is going on, and wants to ban these drones from being mentioned on all social media platforms, another way to talk about them are these Dior bags. What are the drones? No one really knows. The government says that they're not them. I personally think that it's the government, and Bethany Frankel also says that they are the government, but she just doesn't know. And then she heard like from someone who she knew that was very involved in government stuff, that they're looking for something, but no one knows what they're looking for, and no one really says, you know, that they're the government or what they're doing. And then one of the things that she said in one of her latest videos, which was really interesting, was just saying, like, you know, which is something that I always knew, the government's internet and technology is, you know, ages ahead of us, and we have no idea what they're working on or what they're doing. So there's just like a lot of conspiracies going around, and then, you know, kind of code names are these Dior bags, because I had no idea what was going. I was like, what is this Dior bag? And I had to go down that rabbit hole. And if TikTok brought you there, it's actually really interesting, and a lot of people are saying it seems so, you know, similar to how the whole thing happened. And it was also in like the new government that's going to be starting and stuff like that. I personally try not to get anxious about any of that stuff, and I trust in God, and I trust in that my life is in his hands and stuff like that. But if you did want to have an explanation of what it is, because no one's really saying, I mean, that's why I'm saying I hope I don't get that. The Dior bags are drones, okay? And then like all the explanations are just like high-end stuff that are going. And then, yeah, so thank you. You're welcome. Bye.
Thank you. Shout out to It's a Village thing. Yeah, I ended up down that rabbit hole and I found her. Like, Dior bags. Yo, what's going on? I'm happy she cleared it up. So moving forward, you already know.
So I'll explain the Dior handbag situation in under a minute so that it all makes sense. From a real point of view, not a conspiracy theorist point of view, okay? The Dior handbags started showing up around late November, okay? Why? Because in Russia and Ukraine, handbags ended up being the most effective form of delivery of goods that ended up, you know, accomplishing the handbag's mission. So in late November, Russia sent an intercontinental handbag into Ukraine. And then the United States said, oh, really? You think you have handbags? And they sent up Gucci's, and they sent up Birkins, and they sent up Dior's, and they sent up everything over our own marketplace. That way, if we lose any of the bags, they don't fall into the hands of those who are not our allies. Those bags are a demonstration to the other nations that we have more bags. You may have some bags, but we have all of the bags. So it's a saber rattling of the bags, okay? These are not bags from another dimension. They are our bags, and the more confusion and the more problems that come up from them inspires and creates mass chaos, and that chaos lends itself to our handbag capitalist strategy. There.
Well explained. Shout outs to the Rupal. Now, when you put that with It's a Village thing and what she was saying, now you can follow. So yeah, now you're up to speed.
Dior bag update. This is going to be a long one, so table of contents. This video is specifically made for those who are confused, don't know what's going on, and they want to be caught up and up to date on what these Dior bag things are, the drones, orbs, and basically what is going on. Dior bags, where did it come from and why are we saying it? And what does it mean? Dior bags was coined by a TikTok influencer by the name of Bethany Frankel. She coined this term because she realized, just like other TikTok influencers, that saying drones in your videos got your videos extremely throttled, censored, and shadow banned. Then your videos would be ineligible for the For You page, which means this information stops spreading. What are the drones? These drones have been flying over New Jersey for weeks or months, and it comes on the heels of other reports of them flying around U.S. Navy boats in the ocean, bases, other military installations around the world. Now they're flying around New Jersey. Nobody knows what they are. The federal government saying that it is not U.S. military drones, it is not U.S. contracting drones. NASA saying it's not their drones. The NEST team that go out and hunt for nuclear weapons say it's not theirs either. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission also said they have nothing to do with it. And these drones have been flying and shutting down air bases. They have been shutting down airports, diverting medevac flights. But in the grand scheme of things, they're just flying around, not doing anything. They're said to be coming from the ocean, and they're coming in dozens, hundreds even. There are nonstop reports. The federal government is saying that it's mostly misidentified airplanes, stars, or hobbyist drones. That wouldn't be the case because they wouldn't be allowed to shut down air bases and airports, and they would have to have transponders. The local police have said that they tend to go dark when they're observed, meaning thermal imaging can't see them, and other means of detection is not detecting them, nor is radar. The orbs. These orbs are coinciding with drone reports. People are believing that the drones are observing the orbs, or they're morphing into the orbs, or the orbs are morphing into the drones and mimicking our technology. Bunch of different theories on that. There have been a huge uptick in orb sightings, and when I say orbs, I'm literally talking about balls of glowing light that no one can really identify, aka UAPs. In my videos, you'll see me mention NHI, or non-human intelligence. And that is the government's coined term from the whistleblowers that came out during the not one, but two UAP congressional hearings that you may have not seen, which if you haven't, go on YouTube and look up UAP hearings 1 and 2. The first UAP hearing describes NHI as anything other than human intelligence. They describe that we do have biologics and that these NHI could be interdimensional, even other. Rumors report that they are also coming from the ocean. Then we had a second congressional hearing. They also described NHI as non-human intelligence and that these UAPs are in fact real and they defy all known laws of physics and anything that humans can muster. It's very important that you actually do care and that you pay attention. If this technology can actually get out into the public world globally, your gas bill disappears, electric disappears. Oh, you need to buy gas for your car? Never have to worry about that again. Gas becomes irrelevant. Electric becomes completely irrelevant. Those are two bills that you can completely erase. Traveling becomes much faster and much cheaper and more efficient. Everything becomes a lot cleaner. Day-to-day life gets substantially better. Also to mention health, we wouldn't actually need healthcare. It would grant us actual health, immediate and effective health. Meaning if you have cancer, you no longer have cancer. You have a missing arm, you have a new arm. You have a missing organ, you have a new organ. The list goes on. That's why it is very important you pay attention, that we keep pushing this subject for disclosure because it will benefit humanity tremendously. This doesn't go without saying that we need to approach NHI with cautious curiosity, meaning we still need to ask the tough questions and don't approach them with open arms quite yet. Be a dog sniffing another dog at the dog park. That's all it is. Do not be afraid. This is actually very hopeful and a very bright outlook for humanity's future. I highly recommend you watch the congressional hearings. Now, beware, the news stories can spin this. They use scary music, scary tonality, sound effects, etc. to make you afraid of the unknown. Don't be fooled by that. Everything will be okay. Nothing apocalyptic I don't think is going to happen. You'll be just fine. Some solutions are to reach out to your congresspeople to demand answers, maybe even do a protest. It's very important that if you do have a story to come on TikTok or YouTube and post it online. Post your story, let's talk about it, let's keep talking about it and pushing it and making it a big deal, making it the forefront of everything else. That way, they have no choice but to admit it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm very passionate about this. Please check out my other videos. It'd be greatly appreciated. Let's continue to spread this word. Out.
That was very informative. You could tell by the way he talked, he's plugged in. Shoutouts to Coke Can 308.
A shocking video shows the moment a woman suffering with anxiety climbed out of a plane and walked on its wing. The Alaska Air flight had just landed when the anxious woman reportedly opened the emergency exit before scrambling out onto the wing. The airline confirmed that there was an incident involving a disruptive guest that was resolved safely, adding that she will not face any charges.
And that's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed tonight's rabbit hole. If you haven't already, please take a second
just to smash that like, subscribe, ring that notification bell,
just to make sure the algorithm knows what's up. So what we gonna do, y'all? That's right, run these numbers up. Thanks again. Till next time.